KFC lovers are finding it harder to buy their favourite items, with fast food outlets across the state now offering reduced menus.
As far as I've seen, it's a chaos inside.
Alexandru tells me he's been sitting in his cab for 3 hours waiting to get into the depot.
Well, Pete, it's fallen victim to the supply chain crisis, which is sweeping through the entire economy right now.
The average American eats at KFC about 25 times a year. That's not just hunger, it's habit, engineered and reinforced like a supply line in a war zone. What if I told you those cravings are no accident, but the result of food science designed to exploit your brain? This isn't just fried chicken, it's a psychological operation disguised as dinner. In the next few minutes, we'll pull back the curtain on the battlefield inside your own kitchen. Are you ready to see what the Colonel doesn't want you to know? Quick favor before we move on. If you appreciate this content, consider giving this video a like and subscribing to the channel. Believe it or not, more than 92% of viewers haven't subscribed yet. It's free and only takes a second, but it means the world to us. So did you subscribe already? Great, thank you so much for your support. Now back to the video. It looks like fried chicken. But what if it was designed more like a weapons system? Every golden strip of breading, every drumstick dripping with oil, isn't just comfort food, it's strategy. This is not a recipe, it's a mission profile written in salt, sugar, and fat.
It told the ASX this morning that while all of its sites are currently open, it's operating at a significantly reduced either. So it's likely that restaurants all around the country are now growing increasingly concerned, Pete.
And you are the battlefield. The so-called original recipe is not merely 11 herbs or nostalgic memory. It is a formula engineered like a field manual, designed to bypass hesitation and lock in predictable responses. You think you're tasting tradition. What you're being handed is conditioned behavior, reinforced by the same cycle of triggers and rewards that keeps armies supplied under fire.
Certainly amazing to think, though, that KFC can no longer guarantee that it'll have enough chicken to supply the people that walk into their restaurants.
KFC switched its supply contract to the company last week. It relies on a single distribution centre here in Warwickshire.
Over the next few weeks, the basic problem being workers are in isolation and so are unable to perform their job.
The taste is branding, but the mechanism is control. The smiling image of Colonel Sanders was meant to look neighborly, a grandfather serving food across a counter. But follow the supply chain overhead and you see something else entirely. Frozen, pre-breaded chicken packed into crates, moved across highways in refrigerated trucks, loaded into outlets where every piece drops into a fryer system identical in Texas, in Ohio, overseas. What looks like a local diner is in practice an industrial convoy. The Colonel is a mask. The reality beneath is logistics wrapped in folklore. It works the way a PSY operation works when a state wants to shape perception.
KFC lovers are finding it harder to buy their favourite items, with fast food outlets across the state now offering reduced menus.
As far as I've seen, it's a chaos inside.
Alexandru tells me he's been sitting in his cab for 3 hours waiting to get into the depot.
Well, Pete, it's fallen victim to the supply chain crisis, which is sweeping through the entire economy right now.
Images are carefully chosen, words sharpened to draw emotion, while the actual system functions with cold calculation. Here the imagery is picnic tables, family meals, comfort after a long day. The function is bulk poultry bread for uniform size, oil blends devised for long life, additives chosen not for taste but for their ability to give the illusion of freshness mile after mile, store after store. Monosodium glutamate intensifies flavor, but not in service of care, it serves a tactical role, amplifying impact without requiring real freshness. Sodium injections increase water content so every bite feels juicier than the bird itself. Hydrogenated oils stabilize fryers for weeks, not hours, allowing one restaurant to run hundreds of cycles before replacement. These are not cooking tools, they are force multipliers.
KFC said today, unfortunately our supply chain has been disrupted and some of our restaurants will be offering a reduced menu. Now, important to say,
Today, the logistics firm DHL apologised for that inconvenience, blaming operational issues.
this is not across the board. McDonald's has said it's not facing the same problem, or at least not to the same extent right now.
They extend shelf life, cut cost, and ensure repeatability anywhere the flag is planted. Every fryer in every location becomes a standard artillery piece. Oil inside is reused through countless missions, each batch layering old particles into new. Over time, your senses adapt to the sameness, trained to expect the exact profile, even to prefer it. Freshness becomes irrelevant because your tongue has been reinforced to read uniformity as comfort. It is not gastronomy. It's conditioning. Think of the menu as a battlefield decoy. To you, it looks like nostalgia, something close to home, maybe even safe.
Safe to say it's coming up with some backup plans though, because the real problem is one step back with Ingham's, Australia's biggest chicken producer. Capacity. Now Ingham's doesn't know when the problem is going to be restored. That means that likes of KFC isn't able to be much clearer than that.
And it seems it wasn't just chicken that was off the menu.
I just gone for coffee and they said there is no milk.
But the true target is not today's hunger. It is tomorrow's craving. The flavor profile is crafted with deliberate precision to echo in memory. By the time you think of another meal, the system has already pulled you back into range. The flag waved in your mind is not tradition, it is a lure. And here's the key question: why does the average eater return to KFC dozens of times each year, even when health warnings are widely known, even when the evidence stands in full view? It's the same reason troops resupply even in disputed territory. Once the supply line is built, it demands loyalty. Salt hits your palate like a stun grenade. Sugar hidden in sauces and coatings creates quick bursts of reward. Fat lingers like smoke after an explosion, coating memory with comfort. Together they wire to your brain's reward circuits as neatly as an enemy intercepts a communications net. This isn't random. It is cultivated, like maintaining fuel dumps along a front line. The system ensures you come back, even when reason tells you not to. Cravings are not weakness, they are manufactured ammunition, deployed against you one bite at a time. If soldiers study enemy tactics before charging forward, then you need to study what happens when you cut your dependence on this chain. Know the system, recognize the supply line in your own life, and watch what shifts the moment you deny it reinforcement. Cutting KFC from your routine is like cutting off an enemy's fuel line. Without that steady flow, the power shifts. Cravings lose their grip, and for the first time, you dictate the terms of engagement. Each skipped bucket is not a sacrifice but a tactical victory. The question in front of you now is simple. Is your next meal a need, or a reflex drilled by someone else's blueprint? Comment your choice below. And if you want to keep seeing the strategies that shape not just wars but everyday life, subscribe and join a community built to see clearly.